Hello everyone. Starting from today, I will begin with a series of short videos where I will discuss about my photography, starting from pictures from my past wedding season. And today I'm starting with this picture, which tells the story of this bride about getting church. And there's a story within the story, because there's a story of this little young lady. She's looking and fantasizing about the bride coming into church, and so I thought this was a very good starting point to discuss my approach to wedding photography, because I could have taken this picture just concentrating on the bride and her father stepping into church, and maybe using, there's a strong backlight over here, so I might have used flash. Instead, I didn't use any flash. I very rarely use flash, if any at all, and I concentrated on the scene. I concentrated on the moment instead of concentrating just on the subject, on the obvious subject, which is the bride coming to church. So basically, I took a few steps back, and I wanted to capture this scene just by using the very strong backlight over here, which works in two different ways. I mean, it gives me a nice silhouette of the bride and her father stepping into church, and there's a very nice rim light over here that enhances my scene by putting a nice rim light on subjects that are on the sides of the main easel. Okay, basically. From a composition standpoint, this picture is quite straightforward in that it's the main subject, which is the young girl, and the second subject. They both fall on the diagonals. So there is a very evident rule of the thirds that I followed to compose this picture. Also, we have very strong leading lines, which take the eye of the viewer and to where I want it to go. And so, from a compositional standpoint, it's very straightforward, and the old but always perfect rule of thirds to compose, it proves very efficient in delivering the message of this photograph. Also, what helps is the relationship between the subject and the background, because which makes the picture very readable. So we have dark subject against bright white background over here, and we have a white subject over a dark background over here, and they both contribute in making the picture immediate to read, okay, to anyone. Basically, this is I find this to be a somewhat poetic image, because it makes the viewer concentrate on this little girl, and I always like to. I'm looking at this bride stepping into church through the eyes of this young lady, and so what I want is to basically the viewer to participate in the scene, looking through the eyes of this young lady, and looking at children during weddings is always refreshing, and it always brings gifts to my photography. I had an eye on this girl before the bride approached the entrance of the church, as I was looking at her and hoping that she would gift me with some photo opportunity, which she did, and so I was happy that I was able to capture it. And so basically, the point behind this photograph and my whole photography is to be able to capture the real moments without getting in the way of things to naturally happen. So this is the only way that I can reproduce the real mood of the day, the real feelings of people participating into the event. So this is the whole point behind my photography, which is documentary and which wants to be an emotional photography as well. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. Hopefully do more, and please come back and check for more at a later date. So for now, thanks everybody, and I'll see you soon.